Hi, I'm Suzanne Deffree with UBM Electronics EDN and Innovation Generation, and I'm here at the USA Science and Engineering Festival in DC with Gary Mahler, founder of Robotfest. Gary, why don't you tell us a little bit about Robotfest and what it is?
Well, Robotfest we started 12 years ago, and it was a way for kids that are working with technology to kind of get a little exposure and recognition for the fun things they're doing. And basically Robotfest is a day of playful invention and sharing ideas amongst the participants.
Great. Now Gary's organized a couple of dozen makers, hobbyists, hackers. Well, let's go check out some robots in DIY.
Okay. This is R2-D2, and there's a club down in the Virginia area, and these guys take and spend years building these things, very authentic.
He's built to scale, it looks like.
And he's built to scale.
Wow.
Mine is driven with very simple E100 Razor scooter motors.
E100 Razor scooter motors. Okay.
He's light enough that he can that they'll be fine for driving him. The dome is using a Lazy Susan bearing inside, and there's a little low-cog motor, a Pitman, on a friction wheel that works off of a Vantech motor controller as well. He's actually a very simple machine, and but the nice thing about our group is we have specifications for the outside and how everything looks, so that they all look like the ones in movies. But on the inside, you make them as simple or as complex as you want.
I'm from the Human-Centered Computing program over at UMBC, which is a program that focuses on thinking about technology and how people use it. So we use computer science, interaction design, and behavioral science to design new technologies. And within that, my research is focused on assistive technologies. And today we have lots of examples of things we do to help people with vision impairments. Today we're printing Braille rings for the kids. So little rings that have Braille, and then we're making the kids decode them. Okay. Yeah, so we have a couple examples there.
This is one of them?
Yeah.
And what do they say?
They say UMBC.
Oh.
These guys are from a school called Maryland Institute College of Art in Baltimore.
Right.
And I spend Wednesday evenings helping and coaching them with electronics. So I'm an electrical engineer, and I have a couple other engineers from Northrop Grumman that we go out there and help them, because these are all artists. And so they're working out of their comfort zone when they come into the world of electronics and microcontrollers. And I'm out of my comfort zone when I go into an art school. So we kind of meet in the middle. But they're doing some really cool stuff. Jen came up with this idea for this glove.
If your hand is out of it for too long, it triggers the alarm, and it starts to cry. So, yeah. So
You're aiming that towards children, or?
No. I mean, it's kind of just like a more like an art piece, like an object talking about the relationship we have with like material objects. So it's kind of ridiculous that you would have like this object that would cry out to you. It's like commenting on how we have so many pieces of technology with us and how they all like yell and jump at us, but how are we supposed to make sense of it all?
Right.
These guys are a local DC group called Hack DC, and they have what they call a hacker space right here in the DC area. And they do all kinds of stuff. Some of them maybe are software engineers, some electrical, mechanical. So they share information with each other, and they come up with some really neat projects that they put together, and a lot of things with LEDs. They also did this really cool thing where they had a near space exploration, and they actually launched a balloon. They tracked it using amateur radio. Jen has some really cool stuff that I really like, and she's been coming to Robotfest now, I guess 2 years or so. And I asked her to come down here because I wanted something for the little guys to feel comfortable with and learn some real basic things about electricity and circuits.
When we're building the circuit, we can just leave space, or we can put the insulator in there. So this tells the electricity to stop, is what we say. So even though we have dough touching dough, the current doesn't go through the insulator.
One of my favorite things is when their face lights up and they push the two together and the light goes out and they're like,
so it's great. And we get to ask them questions like, what do you think happened? And kind of help them with that whole scientific process. So